The Witcher Season 2, Episode 3, titled What is Lost? And this episode is another great episode. Now, yes, once again, what I find the least interesting moments of this episode is the stuff with Yennefer. The stuff with Yennefer, I'm like, she loses her powers. The council is all like, oh, she might be bad. She might be like the Dark Phoenix of our council. She might be like Jean Grey. And so we might need to kill her. And then people freak out. And now she has to choose of, does she go with the lie or does she run away and be her own self and be, her identity and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, it sounds good, but it's just like, I just don't care, because what is more intriguing and more like glued to the screen and the more engaged it is, it's the stuff with Geralt and him training Cersei. With her dedication, her gluedness of, I want to be trained like a Witcher. I want to be trained like a Witcher. And Geralt is all like, here's a sword. Here's some, yak on that sword. On that sword. Just keep bashing and she's just getting very frustrated that she knows that Geralt is not training her like a Witcher. And so the Witchers are like, okay, you want to be trained like a Witcher? Okay, here's some like booty trap, jigsaw, it's a trap obstacle course. Go through that like 7,000 times. At some point you might break. At some point you are going to say, no, I don't want to be trained like a Witcher. I probably just want to know how to wield a sword and swing it around without able to accidentally chop someone's arm off. Or chop my own. But she's dedicated. And I thought like the other witches are like, you're not one of us, so piss off kind of thing. But you have each Witcher that isn't Geralt and their approach to the training and the approach to her, and they use military type techniques, which is you say, come on, move along. And then that dedication, even stuff where Geralt is like, look, I have seen people who are great fighters and they're all in cemeteries. And her dedication is still go. It's a little bit of that young person who's like, oh, these are oldies. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I know what I want. I want to do this, and this. And that really makes this episode so engaging and so, like, this main story of, like, here's some Star Wars reference of, the master and the apprentice type stuff. For me, that's at this point the engaging part of the season. It's not, oh, elves and elves and the humans living in harmony, like, that's fine. How do I say this? When it goes into medieval politics, aka Game of Thrones type stuff, which I like Game of Thrones, by the way, but that in this context of the show, I just like, over. There's even a point where I'm like, wait, that's cutting the flow. That you have the obstacle course, you have. Shuri. Finally, I say Shuri. Sometimes I want to say Cersei, so you know what I'm talking about now. But you got Shuri knocking over by this obstacle course, and you like bring on the montage. Oh wait, we're cutting to Yennefer and her story. I just like over it. I just want to focus on Geralt. I want to focus on Cersei. I want to focus on those two characters. And it kind of does take away a little bit of it. And I mean, here's the thing: the ending of the big, the monster at the end of the episode is very well put together. It's kind of like this giant cockroach. No, it's like a giant. It's like a giant centipede, and with like a cow horse skeleton head with like skull with flesh. It's like, I'm like, like these creature designs out for the entire show in this season so far and last season has been really well put together with these monster designs, and and it's not that much of a departure of it. So yeah, I mean, this is a really good episode, but it's like, okay, can we start with Yennefer? Let's just have Gale. The next time we see her is when Gale sees her, and let's have that be the thing, versus this like other story that just gets attracted to the main story, which is, the Master and the Apprentice. That's a shitty Yoda. That's absolutely a bad Yoda. What the fuck was I thinking?